this evening. Their show is special. It's called Carrying On, and it's an original piece that this company's performed in Toronto and Philadelphia, and which benefited the AIDS Committee of Toronto and the Philadelphia AIDS Task Force. I want you to know that one half of tonight's proceeds will support the work of the Howard Brown Clinic. And before we go, yes, yay! And it's such a deal, the entertainment you're going to get for the price of admission. Before we go any further, I'd like to introduce to you someone you may perhaps know, the executive director of the Howard Brown Clinic, John Weiss. John?
Thank you very much, Marianne, for your introduction and for your participation into this evening's benefit. We would like to thank the American Run for the End of AIDS for making tonight's benefit possible, the Lacage Company for giving so generously of their talent and time, all the volunteers who are a part of this evening, the businesses who helped in providing services and goods, and especially Alan Sobek for the idea of Carrying On and for the many hours of work he's put into this evening. We would also like to thank you, the audience, who continue to show your solid support of the work of Howard Brown Memorial Clinic by your attendance at these benefits. My special thanks to all of you. From its beginning in donated space and with approximately 12 volunteers and a caseload of 1,200 patients, Howard Brown Memorial Clinic today has grown to be a center for gay health. In Chicago, we now have more than 350 volunteers and a caseload that's in the thousands. In 1981, HBMC received national recognition for its work in the research and development of the hepatitis B vaccine. Today, Howard Brown continues testing and treating individuals for sexually transmitted diseases, but the scope of the work of the clinic reaches far beyond that. Howard Brown continues to look at the needs of the community and to structure services that will meet those needs in a professional and cost-effective way. Howard Brown has, since the outbreak of AIDS, been in the forefront of providing services to persons who have AIDS and those who are significant in their lives. It has again taken a leadership role in research as the only independent gay clinic in the National Institutes of Health study of the history of AIDS in gay and bisexual men, and it's expanded its support services to meet the needs of persons with AIDS-related complex. All of us hope and pray for the day when there will be a cure for ARC and for AIDS, but until that time, at Howard Brown Memorial Clinic, we will continue to work tirelessly to meet the needs of the community in dealing with this epidemic and in understanding the nature of it. As we move forward together into the future, you can be assured that Howard Brown Memorial Clinic will remain a center for gay health in Chicago and continue to develop new ways to meet the ongoing health needs of Chicago's gay community. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Thanks a lot, John. I want you to know the other beneficiary of Carrying On is a pretty remarkable outfit. It's the American Run for the End of AIDS, which is linked to Carrying On and this company of Lacage au Fol by a guy named Alan Sobek. Alan is the stage manager for Lacage, and as a board member for AREA, area, is forever on the road. When scheduling is right and both Lacage and Area are in the same city at the same time, which just all came together this weekend, Alan offers Carrying On as a fundraiser. So the catalyst for tonight's show is the American Run for the End of AIDS.
What's that?
The American Run for the End of AIDS. Area, come on. Some guy is running 10,000 miles.
10,000 miles?
Where to?
Around the country.
He's gotta be nuts.
I guess people think I'm a little crazy when they hear I'm running 10,000 miles, 20 miles a day for 20 months. I'm circling the country to deliver the message. Together, we can stop the spread of AIDS. Now.
Nuts? He's got to be kidding. It's a lot of hype, right?
He's already started.
What's running got to do with AIDS?
You know, running is a way of life. Having goals, working hard, and reaching the end of the run, step by step. That's how we're going to beat AIDS, step by step. I'm Area's front runner. I'm the one people see. But behind me is everyone who's fighting the disease nationwide. We're all working together with the National AIDS Network, made up of over 400 AIDS-combating organizations around the country. Our purpose with this run is to convince all Americans of one fact, that AIDS is a national tragedy that affects everyone and should concern everyone. And even more important, AIDS is a disease that we can all do something about. We're asking people to donate time and money, and we're bringing them the facts they need to dispel the fear of AIDS and stop the spread of AIDS now.
Do we have to talk about AIDS?
Everybody's talking about it.
It's frightening.
It's contagious.
How contagious?
Who wants to find out?
I do.
Isn't the government working on a vaccine?
What about a cure?
Cure? They can't even treat it.
Step by step, we'll find ways to treat AIDS. We'll find a cure. We'll find a vaccine. But we need time, and we need money. From the start, private donations have made a big difference in the fight against AIDS. Area's 10,000-mile goal is to raise $10 million for AIDS education, for services to people with AIDS, and for AIDS research. Money that will be distributed by the National AIDS Network. We also need millions of voices to tell Congress and the White House that cutting back on money to fight AIDS is bad medicine. With more money for preventive medicine, for education, we can buy time. The longer it takes to educate Americans about AIDS, the longer the fear will last, and the more the disease will spread.
I'm not in any of those risk groups.
What if someone you know is?
I hear people can carry the virus for years and not even know it.
You hear so many things. Should I worry about going to restaurants?
What about kissing?
Should I stop giving blood? What if I need a transfusion?
I worry most about the kids.
What do they really know?
When I started the run on March 1st, 1986, more than 17,000 cases of AIDS have been diagnosed, resulting in more than 9,000 deaths. Up to 2 million people now carry and may be able to transmit the virus that can lead to AIDS. Billions of dollars have been lost to this disease, and many more billions will be spent before we stop counting. These numbers are growing, and they are frightening. But the fear of AIDS is a disease too, and it's hurting everyone. The cure is education. We have the information we need to dispel the fear of AIDS, and together to stop the spread of AIDS now.
I guess I never thought of it that way.
What way?
Well, that as long as I can do something about AIDS and know more about it, I don't have to be afraid of it.
Maybe that's what the American Run for the End of AIDS is all about. Why this guy is running so hard.
Why?
To make us stop and think.
The inspiration for the American Run for the End of AIDS is to honor the dead and fight for the living. We're asking for your concern and for your commitment. Join us in going the distance to deliver the message. Together, we can stop the spread of AIDS now.
The American Run for the End of AIDS is a not-for-profit educational corporation acting in cooperation with the National AIDS Network. Contributions to Area Incorporated and to the National AIDS Network Incorporated are tax-deductible to the extent permitted by law.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce Area's founder and runner, Brent Nicholson Earl. Brent.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I speak for the entire area committee when I say how grateful we are to Alan Sobek and the La Cage aux Folles National Company and its stars, Peter Marshall and Keen Curtis, for contributing their time and their talent to Carrying On. This is now the third time that they have shown how much they truly do care. I also want to thank our sponsors here in Chicago, the Howard Brown Memorial Clinic, and a special thank you to the Chicago Frontrunners who accompanied me on my run into Chicago today. Since leaving New York City on March 1st, I have covered 1,693 miles of the American Run for the End of AIDS. Thank you. I have done so to deliver a message that together and with education, we can stop the spread of AIDS now. The American Run for the End of AIDS is also generating support for the National AIDS Network, our first national resource center for AIDS education and service delivery. You will find in your program a pledge card for this vitally important organization. I hope that each of you will consider making a pledge for the run. A pledge of even a penny per mile. For every mile that I will run will bring in a $100 contribution to the National AIDS Network by the time I have completed the 10,000 miles of the American Run for the End of AIDS when I run into New York City in the fall of 1987. Again, all my thanks to the wonderful cast, the musicians, and the crew of Carrying On. And I also want to acknowledge all of you for being here tonight and supporting the work of the Howard Brown Memorial Clinic and the American Run for the End of AIDS. So enjoy the show. I know you're going to have a very memorable evening. Thank you very much.
The company of La Cage aux Folles has shed Theoni's gorgeous gowns and high heels for this evening, but ladies and gentlemen, I promise you lots of sparkle and sass. To introduce our company, may I introduce the host for the evening.
Hi. Good evening. Thank you. My name is Gene Tierney, and I will be your host for the evening. This is so, I wish we had more people. I tell you, you are in for a great evening. I'm not going to tell you all about it, but I thought just for a moment I will tell you a few things. This is, as Brent mentioned, our third benefit that we've done. We've done one in Toronto and one in Philadelphia and now here in Chicago. And I can't tell you how much work goes into it. I do very little. I open the show, I do a little thing in the second act, and then I have a little fun with the film that I brought along. But everybody, this is an ensemble show. There are no stars. Keen is in the show, and some of the wardrobe people are in the show, and some of the prop people, and it goes down, even one of our stage managers. Everybody has put together, somebody said, what is the show about? Do you do excerpts from La Cage or little vignettes? I said, no, it's about 2 hours, and that's about what it is. But it's a wonderful 2 hours, and I think you're going to have a terrific evening. I'm going to run out and watch my daughters here this evening, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. I'm so proud of this company, and wait till you see how talented they are. Opening our show this evening is a number, I should say, from Follies, You're going to love tomorrow, and as I stated, you're going to love this show. So you just have yourselves a good evening. I can promise you will. I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
What will tomorrow bring the pundits query?
Will it be cheery?
Will it be sad?
Will it be birds in spring or Harry Carey?
Don't worry, dearie.
Don't worry, love.
I'll have our future suit your whim, blue chip preferred.
Putting it in a imperfect the word.
We're in this thing together, aren't you glad? Each day from now will be the best day you ever had. You're gonna love tomorrow. You're gonna be with me. You're gonna love tomorrow. I'm giving you my personal guarantee.
Say toodaloo to sorrow, and fare thee well, ennui.
Bye-bye.
You will love tomorrow, as long as your tomorrow is spent with me.
Today was perfectly perfect, you say. Well, don't go away, 'cause if you think you like today, you're gonna love tomorrow. Just stick around and see. And if you love tomorrow, then think of how it's gonna be. Tomorrow's what you're gonna have a lifetime of with me. Darling dear, now that we're man and wife, I will do wonders to make your life so stirring and free of care.
If we fight and we might, I'll concede. Furthermore, dear, should your ego need bolstering, I'll do my share.
But though I'll do my utmost to see you never frown,
And though I'll try to cut close of our expenses down,
I've some traits I warn you to which you'll have objection.
I do have a few of imperfection. Return the toast.
Oh well, I may make a rotten host, but no matter what goes wrong, love will see us through to something better comes along. I may vex your folks.
Okay, I may interrupt your joke.
You may, but if I come on too strong, love will see us through to something better comes along. I may play cards all night and come home at 3.
Leave a line on the porch for me.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I may drop your race.
Please do, I may clutter up the place.
Me too.
But the minute we embrace the love's old sweet song, dear, that will see us through till something better comes along.
Hi,
Girls, Sylvia,
I may
you're
burn
gonna love
the
tomorrow.
toast.
Oh well, I may make a rotten host,
Do tell
but
me
no matter what goes wrong, love will see us through till something better comes along. I may vex your folks.
Okay, I may answer the well.
You may, but if I come on too strong, love will see us through till something better comes along. I may play cards all night and come home at 3. Well, don't go away, 'cause if you think we'll like today, you're gonna love tomorrow. Please do, I may clutter around the place. But the minute if you love tomorrow, then think of how it's gonna be. What will have you gonna have, what will have you gonna have, what will have you Sing me a happy song about robins in spring. Sing me a happy song with a happy ending. Some cheerful roundelay about catching the rain. Sing happy. Sing me a sonnet all about rolling in gold. Some happy melody about rainbows blending. Nothing with phrases saying you're out in the cold. Sing happy. Tell me tomorrow's gonna be peaches and cream. The shooting clouds align with a silver lining. Say how you realize an impossible dream. Sing me a happy song. Play me a battle about trips to the moon. Or some old ballad all about two eyes shining. It can't be loud enough for a moment too soon. Sing happy. Don't you remind me that it all fell apart. I need no lyrics singing of stormy weather. There's quite enough around me that's breaking my heart. Sing happy. Give me a hallelujah and get up and shout. Shout! Forget your trouble, come on, get happy. You better chase all the cares away. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get happy, get up, yeah.
Oh, if I could dance like that. Oh, there I am. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Suffice to say, I'm delighted to be a part of the show, and I must tell you a little inside story. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Bob Carroll. My daughter's here. She knows that, but the rest of you don't. You do. Thank you very much. Joe Taylor, a very marvelous kid who was in our company, brought to my attention a song that has a very unusual background. It was a melody, or is a melody, by Barry Manilow that was put to a hitherto undiscovered lyric of the late Johnny Mercer. Johnny, I was proud to say, was a friend, as he was Pete Marshall. I ask you to listen to these lyrics, which is in the Barry Manilow album called Paradise Cafe 2 a.m. It doesn't mean a dime to me, but if he sells, so what? Here's a song written by Barry Manilow and Johnny Mercer, and you will see some beautiful dancing right about there, done by Caitlin Larson and Joe Taylor. Here's a song called When October Comes. And when October goes, the snow begins to fly above the smoky roofs. I watch the planes go by, the children running home beneath the twilight sky. Oh, for the fun of them, when I was one of them, and when October goes, the same old dream appears, and you are in my arms to share the happy years. I turn my head away to hide the helpless tears. Oh, how I hate to see October goes, the same old dream appears, and you are in my arms to share the happy years. I turn my head away to hide the helpless tears. Oh, to see October go. I should be over it now, I know. It doesn't matter much how old I grow. I hate to see October go. Get out there, get the lights up. Caitlin Larson and Joe Taylor, come on out here. Oh, on behalf of Joe and Caitlin, thank you. Aren't they beautiful? My God, to be able to dance like that. Back in I was young enough and lucky enough to play Sky Masterson in a show that I loved then and I love now. Talking about Guys and Dolls, here are a couple of tidbits from Guys and Dolls. I know when my love comes along, I'll know then and there, I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop and I'll stare and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart, I'll know, and I won't have to ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I know when my love comes along. I love you. Thank you. All right, James. Thank you. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on a date with me. The pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might forget to stay, and so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady wouldn't leave her escort. It isn't fair. It isn't nice. A lady wouldn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight. A lady wouldn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady wouldn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Tonight. Oh.
obtrude myself upon your notice in this effective but alarming costume. But under these peculiar circumstances, it is my bounden duty to inform you that your proceedings will not be unwitnessed.
But who are you that speaks?
I am a pirate.
A pirate?
Ladies, do not shun me. This evening I renounce my vile profession, and to that end, O pure and peerless maidens, O blushing buds of ever-blooming beauty, I soar at heart, implore your kind assistance.
How pitiful his tale, how rare his beauty. How pitiful his tale, how rare his beauty.
Which does not feel the moral beauty of making worldly interest subordinate to sense of duty, who would not give up willingly all matrimonial ambition to rescue such an one as I from his unfortunate position, from his position, to rescue such an one as I from his unfortunate position.
Alas, there's not one maiden breast which seems to feel the moral beauty of making worthy interest subordinate to sense of
Oh, is there not one maiden here whose homely face and bad complexion have caused all hope to disappear of ever winning man's affection? To such an one, if such there be, I swear by heaven's ark above you, if you will cast your eyes on me, however lame you be, I'll love you. However plain you be, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I'll love you.
not be a thing of beauty? Would she be swayed by quite as keen a sense of duty? For shame, for shame, for shame. Poor wandering one, though thou hast surely strayed, take heart of praise, thy steps retrace, wandering one. Poor wandering one, if such poor love as mine can help me find true peace of mind, why take it, it is thine. Take heart, darling, to love, take any heart for ours. Take any heart, take mine. Take heart, darling, to love, take any heart for ours. Take heart, ready for shine, take any heart, take mine. Though thou hast surely strayed, take heart of grace, thy steps retrace. Poor wandering one, wandering one, wandering one. Take heart, take heart. Take heart, take heart, take
A rooster says good morning with a cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning. A horse's neigh is just his way of saying how are you. A lion roars hello, and owls ask why and where and who. May I suggest you get undressed and show them your wazoo. Oh, the animals, let's talk dirty to the animals. Fuck you, Mr. Bunny, eat shit, Mr. Bear. If they don't love it, they can shove it. Frankly, I don't care. Oh, the animals, let's talk dirty to the animals. Up yours, Mr. Hippo, piss off, Mr. Fox. Tell a chicken, suck my dick and give him chicken pox. Oh, the animals, Let's talk dirty to the animals, from birds in the treetops to snakes in the grass. But never tell an alligator bite my, no, never tell an alligator bite my, yes, never tell an alligator bite my wiener.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga beat.
again. When everything old is new again. Get out your white suit, your tap shoes and tails. Let's go backwards when forwards fails. Leave, gotta travel alone. Be a movie star on your own and don't grow. You passed away, you're gonna need it some rainy day. Dreams can't come true again. When everything old is new again. Yes, and everything old is new again.
This song is from She Loves Me, wherein the heroine writes a letter to her pen pal, who stood her up at what was to have been their very first meeting. Unbeknownst to her, he is the man she works with and cannot stand. He has just brought her a pint of vanilla ice cream, her favorite. She writes, Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I will laugh at last night someday. Ice cream. He brought me ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Imagine that ice cream. And for the first time we were together with eyes met. Friendly, he was so friendly. That isn't like him. I'm simply stoned. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? It's been a most peculiar day. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? Oh, now where was I? Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way, but together you and I will laugh last night someday. I sat there waiting in that cafe and never guessing that you were fat, that you were near, you were outside looking bold. Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. Last night I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it, but even so, that George is not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For right before my eyes, the man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, and strange as it may seem, he came to offer me
sad, and I am all forlorn. My man, he's treating me mean. I regret the day that I was born, and that man of mine I'd never see. My happiness, it never lasts a day. My heart is almost breaking, while I say that a good man is hard to find. You always get the other kind. Just when you think he's your pal, you look for him and find him fooling around some other guy. Then you rave, you even crave to see him laying in his grave. So if your man is nice, take my advice and whip him in the morning, kick him every night, give him plenty love and treat him right. For a good man nowadays is hard to find. Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. For a good man nowadays is hard to find. Listen to what I say. You see, a good man nowadays is hard to find. I know you've been through it. You see, a good man, a good hard man. It's so hard to a good hard man. It's so hard to
Did you see it? Do we need to do it again? I'm a $5 gal. Just $5 a night will make me your pal and make you feel right. But gals like me, we find it going rough, 'cause lately competition is very, very tough. Used to be the boys stayed in bars all the time, but now they're cruising everywhere and I can't make a dime. Ask any hooker who is still a good looker while the rent's getting difficult to earn. So many of the playboys are going for the gay boys. It sort of makes you wonder which direction you should turn. Get it? Ooh. I thought perhaps I'd have a lark and get a spark at Hubbard and Clark. You've been there, right? I'd sometimes come home loaded down with cash, but guys with legal tender now prefer the other gender. And I can't get a nickel for a piece of ask any trollop who can still pack a wallop while the times are so tedious today. She'll tell the same old story, why it's harder to be hoary, 'cause the boys on the boulevard are here to stay. One day I thought of something new. Those students out at Loyola U. I'd teach them more than they could learn in class. But they all got kind of nervous over paying for my service and wouldn't forget 5 cents for a piece of Ask Annie Floozy, who is still kind of choosy, why she can't even give the thing away. She'll tell a woe to you why the fellas never go for you, 'cause the boys on the boulevard are here to stay. Pull on my thing. I'll get it back. I thought I'd strip down to my socks and lie out on those Belmont rocks. You'll look for me, won't you? Ooh, with all the men relaxing on the grass. So many lying side by side were otherwise preoccupied and wouldn't even look for a piece of Ask Any cookie why nobody wants a nookie, and the man always looked the other way. Not your color, it's terribly frustrating, 'cause the guys today are dating all the boys on the boulevard who are here to stay. Woo! A big girl boa. Well, I thought that I'd be indiscreet and bare my teat on Halstead Street on Sundays when the men all go to mass. They think they're doing great, popping $5 in that plate, but they won't pay a nickel for a piece of Ask Any lady whose profession's kind of shady, whilst a few men are interested today. The only thing that I can do is change my sex and learn to screw like the boys on the boulevard who are here to stay.
I do love a girl who can bring down the house, and any man who can put one up. Some of you are familiar. We were on the Riviera this past spring. Quite for no reason. I was there for the season, and high as a kite, living in error with Maud at Cap Ferry, which couldn't be right. Everyone was there, frightfully gay. Nobody cares what people say, even though the Riviera seems really much queerer than Rome at its height. On a Saturday night, I went to a marvelous party with Nunu and Nada and Nell. It was in the fresh air, and we came as we were, and we stayed as we were, which was hell. Lord Grace started singing at midnight and didn't stop singing until 4. But we knew that the fun was bound to begin when Laura got blind on Dubonnet and gin and scratched her veneer with a Cartier pin. I couldn't have liked it more. I went to a marvelous party. I must say the fun was intense. We all had to do what the people we knew might be doing 100 years hence. Dear Cecil arrived wearing armor, some shells, and a black feather boa. Poor Millicent wore a surrealist comb made of bits of mosaic from St. Peter's in Rome, but the wait was so great that she had to go home. I couldn't have liked it more. I went to a marvelous party. We didn't start dinner till 10. And young Bobby Carr did a stunt at the bar with a lot of extraordinary men. Baba arrived with a turtle, which shattered us all to the core. The Grand Duke was dancing a foxtrot with me when suddenly Cyril cried fiddly-dee and ripped off his trousers and jumped in the sea. I couldn't have liked it more. People's behavior away from Belgravia would leave you aghast. So much variety, watching society scampering past. If you have any mind at all, Gibbon's divine decline and fall seems pretty flimsy. No more than a whimsy. By way of contrast, Saturday last, I went to a marvelous party. Denise made an entrance with May. And you'd never have guessed from a fisherman's vest that her bust had been whittled away. Lulu got blind on Chianti and talked about esprit de corps. Maurice made a couple of passes at Gus, and Freddie, who hates any kind of a fuss, did half the Big Apple and twisted his truss. I couldn't have liked it more. I went to a marvelous party. We played the most wonderful game. Maureen disappeared and came back in a beard, and we all had to guess at her name. We talked about growing old gracefully, and Elsie, who's 74, said, A, it's a question of being sincere, and B, if you're supple, there's nothing to fear. Then she swung upside down from a glass chandelier. I couldn't have liked it more. I went to a marvelous party in Chicago, my dears, of all places. But Tippy Lamar said, let's go to a bar. I'm bored seeing all the same faces. But you can't wear the clothes you got on or they won't let you in at the door. So I went as a cowboy with a huge plastic gun, had 17 beers, which I drank before one, and passed out on the floor before the fun had begun. I couldn't have liked it more.
Eloquence by Joseph Haydn. Translation of English text by Basil Swift. From the German, Die Beredsamkeit.
Bless you.
Thank you. More familiar to English-speaking audiences as, truly, water makes you dumb. It says so right here. Truly, water makes you dumb. Ladies and gentlemen, we are performing this piece in English this evening. Yes. Sorry, they didn't know. Eloquence by Joseph Haydn.
Truly, water makes you dumb, makes you dumb, makes you dumb, dumb, dumb. Fishes teach us all, fishes teach us all this matter. Lose your tongue, this we learn from this your chatter. This we learn from this your chatter.
This we learn from this your chatter.
Lose your tongue,
What good one can lose your tongue, lose your tongue. This we learn from dinner chatter.
Chatter.
Hark, our speakers talk their best when the Rhine wine gives them zest. Hark, our speakers, hark, our speakers, hark, our speakers talk their best when the Rhine wine gives them zest. When the Rhine wine gives them zest. We admonish, quarrel, reason. No one will to others listen, no one will to others listen, no one, no one,
no one, no one,
no one.
We
admonish, quarrel, reason, no one will to others listen. Hark, all speakers talk their best. When the Rhine wine gives them zest. We had punish, quarrel, reason.
Punish, quarrel, reason. No one
will to others listen.
No one will to others listen.
Hark, all speakers talk their best. When the Rhine wine gives them zest. Truly, truly, truly. Water makes you dumb. Dumb. Dumb.
This way but once, and if there's any good that I can do, let me do it now. For I'll never pass this way again. I will see this day but I can show. Let me show it now. Let me show it now. For I'll never see this day again. Tomorrow may be too late, my friend, to do out to those who need you and lend them a helping hand. I will know this world but once. If there's any love that I can give, let me give it now. Never see this day again. Tomorrow may be too late, my friend, to do all the good that you planned. So reach out to those who need you and lend them this world but once. If there's any love that I can give, let me give it now. Please show me how, for I'll never know this world, and I'll never see this day. I'll never pass this way
evening sweeps gone to dust. Mom gets me a drink, turns on the TV. I stare at your shadow that stares right back at me. I have no expectations. Oh, but occasionally I need someone. You need someone. Come back, Jimmy Dean. I need someone. You were someone. Please come back, Jimmy Dean.
Well, hello there, good old friend of mine. You've been reaching for yourself for such a long, long time. There's so much to say, no need to explain. Just an open door for you to come in from the rain. It's a long road when you're all alone, and a man like you will always choose the long way home. There's no right or wrong. I'm not here to blame. I just want to be the one to keep you from the rain, from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies. Now that I know you're all right. Time has left us older, wiser. I know I am. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again. 'Cause I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I love you anyway, coming from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies. Now that I know you're all right. Time has left us older, oh, so much wiser. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again. 'cause I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I love you anyway, coming from the rain, coming from the rain, coming from the rain.
You having a good time, huh? Isn't this terrific? Well, that is our first act. We're going to break here now. I figured if King came out without his tie, I could come out without my tie tied. I had a wonderful time. We're going to have another terrific hour or so on the second act. We're going to break for about 15 minutes, and we have some more surprises for you. And enjoy the 15 minutes. We'll be back. See you then.
Give me the sun, I'll give you the moonlight. Love will say